Hello and welcome to another episode of publishingblog.in. Today in this post I am going to talk about how I improved my blog speed in 48 hours. So as I discussed in my post also, the tools first which I use to determine my current performance of the blog. So as I mentioned, you can use Pingdom, which is my favorite tool, but besides that you also can use Google Site Checker and GTmetrix. These three tools are a very good tool to measure the speed and the performance of your blog. So here is one snapshot from my blog. You can see here uh, it shows the size of the blog, how much time it take to load your blog, so it will give you a fair idea about how your blog is performing. Besides that, it also shows the individual component and how much time it takes to load and what is the size of the file. So for example, here if you see this image is 7.8 KB, so you can pinpoint exactly what is the size and if there is some image which is heavy and taking more time to load. So this is overall a very good tool to measure the performance of your blog. So let's see how I improved my blog speed. So first what I did it 2 years back. I get a self-hosting. So this is very important. Before you expect a boost in your performance, you should have a paid hosting, or you can call it a self-hosting. So if you rely on the free blog provider like Blogger or WordPress, you need to switch on to the paid domain or paid hosting so that you'll get a very good speed. uh, this video which I mentioned here will give you a complete step-by-step process to switch your free blogger to WordPress, which is self-hosted WordPress platform. So before you expect an increase in the performance, you should get a self-hosting. This is the first step to get a good speed. So I uses Big Rock for my blog and I recommend to use it. I also offered a special link which will give you a 50% off on the hosting, and the prices are very low for the Big Rock. It's just 59 rupees per month, the starting prices, so you can definitely check that out. Okay, so once you have a self-hosting, the second step is to make your blog responsive. Responsive means your blog should work very good on all type of devices. So if your tablet, phone or PC, whatever it is, it should work seamlessly on all the platforms. So if you not optimize your blog for these devices, for all devices, it will consume more bandwidth. Some of the plugins or some of the component may not load on the devices like tablet or phone, and it may damage the loading time and the slowness will come in your blog. So second point is make sure your blog is responsive and your pictures and your design, your menu, all these things are optimized for the smaller device also. Now the third step is to optimize images, and this is very important because unless you optimize your image, you can't expect a boost or a good increase in the traffic. So make sure all your pictures are compressed. I also mentioned two tools which I'm using, which is compressed JPEG and compressed PNG. This is the website address, compressedpng.com and compressedjpeg.com. You can go here, upload your image and compress it. This is a very good tool. I also use WP Smush, which will automatically try to compress the image once you upload it to WordPress. So these are the tools I use to optimize my images. The fourth and very important tool which you should use is the Cloudflare. Now Cloudflare is you can say it a mediator kind of service between your user and the web hosting provider. It sits in between that and it manages your traffic. It boosts your traffic, it also prevent attacker to damage or block your website bandwidth. So this is a very good tool. You can use it for your blog. This comes free with the Big Rock and many of the other web hosting. So you can always take a free package of Cloudflare, use it for your blog, and I'm using it for my blog, and I already have seen 20 to 30% jump in my traffic or in my bandwidth. So this is a very recommend tool for your blog. Now the fifth one is, there are plugins. I mean, we all are WordPress user and we use a lot of plugins. Most of the time these plugins are not created efficiently and it try to consume more bandwidth of your blog. For example, once you try to load your blog homepage, it consumes most of the time in plugins, loading plugins and loading the component of the plugin. So make sure you do not have any unwanted plugins. You can use this tool, which is P3 plugin performance profiler. This is a plugin for WordPress. You can download it for your blog, and then you can scan your blog to see if you have some of the plugins which are consuming your bandwidth. It gives you a very good chart structure of the plugins which are consuming more of your bandwidth, and you can definitely remove some of them. So this is a very useful tool. Now after this, I also removed some of the ads. I used around three ad banners on my blog, and I felt that it is also consuming some of the bandwidth. So what I did is I removed 2 of those AdSense banner from my blog, and every time you put an ad on your blog, it consumes some of the bandwidth. So make sure you do not put more ads on your blog. It definitely degrade the performance, and user will annoyed with slow loading. So make sure if you do not have that much visitor, around 5,000 or 10,000 a day, don't put too many ads. Make sure your blog loads quickly as soon as possible. Now after this, I will recommend one more plugin, which is W3 Total Cache. There are other plugins also available similar to that. I recommend using this because it manages all your cache for your blog. For example, database cache, object cache, and other type of cache. So I use it to speed up my blog. When a user try to load it first time, it create a cache on their local machine, so the next time when they try to access the static pages, it load quickly. So I will definitely recommend it for your blog, so that user will feel fast loading of your blog. So these are the methods which I used to boost my blog performance. As I mentioned, a successful blog contains these 3 elements, which is quality content, attractive design, and better blog performance. So make sure that you have all these 3 components in your blog, so that you'll get the maximum traffic and the maximum visitor to your blog. Hope this post helps you to understand the methods or the tools which I uses to improve my blog performance. Looking forward to see you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe and share this video to your readers. Thank you very much. Bye bye.